What's up everybody, hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, good morning and welcome back to this video in which we'll be analyzing Optimism, or more specifically the OP token, which is the native token of the Optimism blockchain and the Optimism project. Technically the blockchain, doesn't matter, but I wanted to cover it today because I saw that it was relatively bullish. It was time for an update because my last analysis was invalidated but also completed. Volume of Optimism has risen quite a bit, 75%, up to 330 million right now, which is great. That shows that there's a lot of momentum. We also got some sort of a bullish breakout, so that was a great thing to see. So yeah, I think it's time to actually get into the analysis. There's not a lot more I wanted to say about that. So basically what I said last analysis is that I expected us to kind of follow this pattern, follow this trend line and then drop down towards $1, and then from there we would see. I thought it would be the most likely scenario that $1 would break and that we would slowly start to drop down to 75 cents. But instead of that, as you can see, first of all, we held 1.1 as a support level, which is great. But on the other hand, I kind of forgot the last time around that the $1 level for Optimism isn't that strong. The 1.05 and 1.1 is a way stronger key area. So I'm going to also put that on the chart right here. That's a stronger level. Sometimes that happens for levels that the psychological levels themselves aren't that strong, but very close to those levels are pretty strong. But we got a bullish breakout right here, took a break retest, and we went all the way up to that 200 EMA around 1.3 and 1.4. So that's great. What you could see in the analysis I did when I did the analysis, which was an hour ago or something, is that I actually thought that we could go all the way up to 1.5 again, and I kind of have to come back from that. I think there's a possibility to go up to 1.5. I don't think we'll break that. But I don't think that's the most likely scenario. What looks to be the most likely scenario for me at this point of time is that we'll just find some support at where we're at right now at 1.25, but I don't think we'll break above 1.4. I think we'll reach around 1.4 and then start to drop down to 1.17 and 1.1 and 1.05. And that will just stay in this consolidation between 1.05 and 1.4 for the upcoming few days, and we're probably not going to reach 1.4 either. It's probably more going to be between 1.05 and 1.25, and then from that consolidation we're either going to break above 1.4 and get bullish again, or, and that's what I think is the most likely scenario, we're going to break below $1 and start to trend down. All right, not have a major drop, but I think that we would start to trend down. And I think that's the most likely scenario because my bias on the crypto market for at least the next week and the next month is pretty bearish. We've had a lot of bearish confirmations throughout the whole market. It's not looking great for Optimism. It's the holidays that does matter. In the end, we're all human. And the fundamentals aren't looking great either. So for now, I do have a bearish bias. But I will update Optimism again once we drop down and once we have consolidated a little bit here to see whether it is still possible to get a more bullish move. But until that happens, and for now, my bias would be bullish, and that means that I think 1.05 is going to break somewhere in the near future, so somewhere within the next 2 weeks. But yeah, so that's basically my analysis on the OP token for now. If you do have any questions about anything I said, please let me know down in the comments. But for now, I'd like to thank you all for watching and listening, and I hope to see you all in my next videos. Bye.